Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we are doing a live rebuild on Twitch and we have got a spin wheel to decide our team. The teams were decided by viewers on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, follow me because you will be able to see these posts and get involved in these rebuilds. You can probably see the chat to me side here. They're probably putting weird things. I'm not going to read them. We're about to spin wheel for who this save is going to be based around, who this rebuild is going to be. We've got 5 seasons with this team to try and win as many trophies as possible. Let's see what team we're going to be using in today's live rebuild. First spin. First spin. 3, 2, 1, spin. First team to be removed. Last team standing will be the rebuild. Wolfsburg are out, so it's a German team straight away. So there's only 2 German teams left now. 3, 2, 1, spin. Next team removed is Everton. Everton out. No Premier League today. So we have now got 2 German teams remaining and 1 Dutch team. 3, 2, 1, spin. Who's going to go out? Oh, Leverkusen is removed. So we are left with Stuttgart and Ajax. Now, Stuttgart, obviously an up-and-coming team in the Bundesliga. Pretty sick. Ajax, obviously struggling in the Eredivisie, but amazing youth intake. Obviously, loads of culture behind the club. I'm not going to lie, there's going to be some lore in this rebuild. These are 2 good teams. These are 2 good teams. Whoever it lands on now is getting removed. That is not the save we're doing. The one it lands on will be removed. I'm going to do a no-look pack. I'm going to do a no-look pack on a spin wheel. Asked. Who is it going to be? This team will be removed. Ajax will be removed. Stuttgart is the first live rebuild of the year. So Stuttgart right now are 7 wins and 3 losses. Leverkusen close to them, Hoffenheim close to them. So really first season, we should, I mean, it's early on for the minute, but we should be looking at least maybe top 6 if we can, well, maybe, yeah, top 6, I think, first season. Is the gaffer crazy good? Does he have like a big part to play in it? Right, so we've got some expectation then. You've got some expectation, okay. So boys, welcome to Stuttgart Season 1. We're going to be playing a 4-2-2 in possession, playing a 4-2-3-1 out. The only signing we made in Season 1 was Francolino. He came in for £10 million. When you're at a club like Stuttgart, you've got to bring in players like this when they become available. He's going to be our main striker this season who's locked in. Speaking of locked in, well done, Benno. That was awful. We're going to be locking in Boo Nani on the right wing as well. A lot of potential. He was playing in League 1 last season. He was great on FM24. We've also got Chema Andres being locked in at DM, a new wonder kid in this year's game. Very good defensive midfielder. And Finn Jelch from the Youth Academy is going to be locked in at ball-playing centre-back on that right-hand side. The competitions we're competing in Season 1 as well is, of course, the Bundesliga and the DFB Pokal. Trying to get a good finish in the Bundesliga this season to try and get Europe for Season 2 is crucial. In the DFB Pokal, we're expected to reach the quarter-final. I think that's quite harsh, to be honest. It's a tough competition, but if we win it, if we win it. If we don't, we don't. And of course, we are participating in the Europa League this season. If we click into the Europa League, there's a lot of great teams in it this season competing against us. Aston Villa, Besiktas. You've got Fenerbahce, Freiburg from our league, Lyon, Lille. You've got Roma. It's going to be a really hard first season in the Europa League, but I reckon we could probably get to the round of 16 quarter-final, and then from there, whatever happens is going to happen. But without further ado, boys, let's simulate Season 1. Let's see what this Stuttgart plus Francolino team can achieve. First player, left wing in the youth intake, Season 1. Unambitious, but very good stats for a 15-year-old player. Striker / left wing. Go on, mate, 4 with a 5 gifted. That's why you lot on YouTube need to be on Twitch. Right, we've got Bezar Mudger as well, top prospect, centre-back. 6'4" centre-half. He actually looks all right. The rest of these boys, to be honest, look pretty awful. I mean, we'll sign him because he's a midfielder, but apart from that, I think that's it for the youth intake. Right, YouTube, welcome back to the end of Season 1. Looking at that form at the end of the season there, you're probably thinking it's been horrific. If we click on to the competitions, we finished 3rd in the Bundesliga in Season 1. Wait, do we win the DFB Pokal? Wait, what? Why did they say title holder? No, I'm sure we went out in the semi-final. Yeah, we did. We went out in the semi-final to Cologne. That's really disappointing, that, to be fair. And then in the Europa League as well, boys, we were knocked out in the semi-final by Roma. I mean, if we would have beat Roma, we would have had Porto in the final. I mean, look, if we summarise it, right? If we summarise it, third in the Bundesliga, semi-final of the Pokal, and semi-final Europa League season 1 with 1 transfer. I don't think it's too bad at all. Now, for the Bundesliga, what I want to say is, I think we were top of the league until near the end of the season. I actually think we were. I mean, if you look at our form at the end, if they're 5 wins, I think we win the league. I think, I think we actually do. We win the league. We just fell off at the end. We just completely fell off. If we look at the fixture schedule, I mean, look at that. League 6-0 to Bayern away. 2-2-2 Werder Bremen. Not good enough. Hoffenheim away 1-1. Losing 1-0 at home to Leverkusen. 1-1 away to Frankfurt. We just ran out of steam. Squad-wise, though, we can look at the squad's goals and assists. If we look at goals, Francolino with 24 and 10 assists. Undav with 23 with 5 assists. Lewing on the wing got 12 goals, 11 assists. Bunani got 6 goals and 14. Expected a bit more from him, to be fair. He's not really developed too much as well, which is sad. Chema Andres played 56 games and has developed a lot, which is great. Who else did we lock in this season? We locked in Finn Jelch, who has had development, now worth 65 to 75 million. Francolino, of course, also locked in this season. He's off the ball's gone up his pace, finishing, composure. He's looking very good. Recruitment-wise as well, we've got Champions League next year and £38 million. I do think for season 1, we've done quite decent. I mean, listen, I thought we were going to get like 5th to 6th, to be honest, like Europa League. We got Champions League, players have progressed. The tactics clearly worked because we've got to semi-finals and we've done well in the league. Going to be a big window. Big window. And by the way, as well, boys on YouTube, this happened mid-season. Stiller left us on a release clause. He left the club for 34.5 million. Now, he wasn't absolutely lighting up the team when he was playing, but we did lose him halfway through the season, and having him in games would have helped us. But yeah, boys, that's the end of season 1. Me and the Twitch chat are now going to get into some transfers. Let's go sign some players with 40 million. We've got UCL football next season. We need to replace Stiller, who we lost. Let's see who we can bring in over the summer. Right, boys, Season 2's pre-season is completed. There's been a couple of new players joining the team. Let me show you right now. First signing was Manzambi for the DM role. Of course, Stiller left in January to Brighton on a release clause, and we brought in this guy to replace him. Chema Andres is moving over to that DLP role. He's going to be my second DM, the guy who kind of pushes on a bit more. Apparently, he's got a great potential. He's a perfectionist personality. Good signing. Next up, we brought Mascara in on loan. He's going to be here this season. We wanted to bring in a permanent centre-back, but we ran out of money. Mascara was loan listed. No brainer. Best centre-back at the club. Job's a good one. Also bought in Blut at right-back. Model citizen. He's 6'2". A great determination. Young. Again, recommended by the Twitch chat. So Craig, who recommended him, will be banned if he's not good. And we also brought in Hogsberg, another right-back, but someone who can play centre-back as well. I think he's probably going to be the starter right-back this season. And in terms of the players we're locking in, Francolino is going to stay up front. Boo Annie on that right-hand side. Chema Andres, like I said, will move over to the left DLP. Monzambi on the right DM. Jelch, again, locking him in for more development, and actually locking in Dennis Seaman this season. He was on loan at Paderborn in the first season. I'm taking a bit of a gamble. I'm going to take the risk. I think he's got the potential to grow. Hopefully this season he grows a lot, and then from season 3 we've got a really good first team keeper for the rest of the rebuild. And for competitions this season, we have got Champions League football, of course. Obviously getting the money is going to be a big part of it. I don't expect to do too well in the Champions League, and what's going to be interesting is if we can keep our Bundesliga form up whilst playing UCL games. Obviously we had Europa League last year, which was still not easy, but nowhere near as difficult as the games in the UCL are going to be. Hopefully as well we can do well in the DFB Pokal. We got to the semis last year, so if we can do that, or even better, get to the final, we'll see what we can do there. And to give you a bit of a summary of the squad right now, of the players that are in the team: Llewellyn, Mascara, Mittelstadt, Francolino, Jelch, Undad, Demirovic, Monzambi new signing, El Canus, Andres, Buane. We've got a really good team. There's still a bit of potential in the team as well for players to grow. So let's simulate season 2. Can these boys handle the Champions League fixtures? Will our form drop in the Bundesliga, or can we actually win a trophy in this second season, which we probably should have done in the first? Let's get simulating. Let's have a look. Oh, he's actually got 1.5-star ability. He actually might be good. And he's German. He could be all right, you know. Centre-back / centre-mid. He could be all right, him. Big Natch. Get in the fucking youth, lad. Panoski, winger. He's all right. He's all right. And then, yeah, I mean, the rest of these should take up Fortnite or something. Right, boys, end of season 2, and it has not been a very successful season. The Bundesliga is finished, and we finish in 4th in the table. In the DFB Pokal, we got knocked out in the early rounds by Schalke away. I always say myself, Schalke need a rebuild, and clearly they don't. Beating a team and a manager like me, they must have a great squad. And then in the Champions League, we also went out in the league phase. We finished 25th, 1 point off actually getting into the latter rounds, so that just is typical of my luck and this game. Bundesliga, though, we finish 4th. We are 15 points off the top spot. Bayern Munich finishing on 72 points. Positives to take, I mean, scored a few goals. Conceded was not too high considering we locked in Dennis Seaman this year, but just very inconsistent form. I mean, you can even see it in there. That's kind of how the whole season looked. Like, win one, lose one, win one, lose one. If I scroll through the fixture schedule as well, you'll see it. There's just like red, then green, then some good runs. I mean, there's really good run here, and then it's like reds. I don't know. It's just very inconsistent. I mean, to be fair, through there, we actually did quite well, winning quite a lot of games, and there's some games where we score 5 goals, 6 goals, you know. But I mean, this start to the season was absolute horror. For goals and assists this season, Francolino on 20 with 5 assists, not great. Undav with 17 with 7. Buani on the right side with 24 contributions. Llewellyn was playing a lot of games again on the wing, who's been quite good for us. Manzambi, the new signing, played a lot of games. A little bit of development here and there, not a lot, but he has played 42 games now, so hopefully next season he'll develop even more. Darvic was on loan again. He was looking really good. He'll come back next season and be a starter. Andres also looking decent. Dennis Seaman as well, obviously played a lot of games. It doesn't look like he's actually developed at all. He's gone up half a star current ability, but I can't see where he's, you know, gone up in attributes. But I mean, we came 4th. We weren't awful. The right back that we signed in the summer played 2 games, so that was fantastic. And the other right back that we signed played 3 games, so fantastic development from them too. What an absolute disaster that is. We've actually had a shocker there. Should have locked one in. Should have locked one in. I thought they'd play. Who played at right back? Who played at right back? Wagnerman. Bro played most of the games. But anyway, next season, from playing in the Champions League, we have got £61 million in the budget. There's going to be a lot of big signings this season, probably 2 signings, 2 key players. I'll join you at the start of season 3 and show you who we have signed. Right, boys, season 3, welcome back to Stuttgart. There has been some big sales in this window. Let me show you how we lost one of the best players at the club. So we lost Chema Andres in the summer. Atletico Madrid came in with a £78 million offer. It is an offer that is too good to refuse. And what we didn't realise as well is that 50% of the profits go to Real Madrid. So I actually only got 40 million from this transfer. That was a great moment, a great realisation moment when trying to replace him. And his replacement was Shea Charles. Now, not the flashiest name, but attribute-wise, he's actually quite similar. He's just like 1 or 2 stats off here and there, like the decisions aren't 16, they're 15. He's actually not too far off Chema Andres, and he only costs us 39 million, so he comes in for that DLP role. We've also brought in David Fratesi for 20 million in midfield. We are changing to a 4-3-3 this season. He's going to play the attacking mid-role. He's got 19 off the ball. He's got 17 decisions. He's got 18 composure and 16 finishing. He's going to be unbelievable from centre mid. We've brought in Rio on loan as well. He's going to be amazing playing right wing or left wing. He's absolutely cracked on this game, and when he was loan listed, I've not used him yet. He's going to be great for us this season. And then finally, boys, we brought in a left winger in Allison. We are training him to play left wing. He is left footed. I've never used this guy on the game. 21 years old from Shakhtar Donetsk. His value has skyrocketed. We signed him for 40 million. I'm very excited to see what he does in this season. Hopefully he has a lot of development, and then for season 4 and 5 we've got a world-class winger. But like I said, boys, we've slightly altered the formation. We're going with a 4-3-3 in and a 4-2-3-1 out. So Manzambi's going to drop into that right DM role. Fratesi or Darvic in that attacking mid will move up and support the press in the attack. Just to give you a bit of an update as well in season 3, what the Bundesliga is looking like. It's pretty similar. I mean, I think Kiel have come up, Karlush. But apart from that, it looks about the same. For the season preview as well, 3 seasons in, we are put in 5th. If you look at the Dream 11 there, it is still a lot of similar names. Bayern Munich have actually signed Caicedo, which is crazy, and Barcola. So Bayern Munich on this save are unbelievable. I've just found a feature right now where apparently you can click on teams and see the full team. So if you boys want to have a quick look on the teams, like Dortmund have still got Bayer, Jan Kuto, Adieme. Frankfurt have got Ozun still. They've got Engels and Larson in DM, Brown at left back. Leipzig have got Konrad Harder, Bakayoko, Adrago, Schlager, Lukaba, Gertruda, Raum, Nusa. There's a lot of good teams in this Bundesliga, so it's not going to be easy to get into this top 4. But last season we managed to get Champions League, which was good. But this season, I think we've got to try and push up this league. We've got to try and go on a run, get in this top 3 again. Of course, this season, season 3, we are in the Champions League again. Like I said, the expectation is to get to the league table, Pokal quarterfinal, and the Bundesliga just get into Europa League places. Let's simulate season 3 halfway through this rebuild. A lot of big signings were made this season. Let's see what we can do. do. Oh my God, wait, 2 elite prospects. Wait, lock in, lock in, lock in. Something good. Come on. Something good from this. Oh my God, there's 2 of them. One's Dutch, one's Croatian. Croatian DLP. Oh my God, it's Modric. Wait, no, that's a Netherlands guy. Damgun. Damgun. He's really good, him. He's quite good. 14 passing, 14 tackling. By the way, boys, as well, these saves do go on the Patreon. So by season 5, if you want to start from if you want to start a big Robbo save, you can do. Tobias Rudolph. No nonsense centre back. Jovial. 20 aggression. I like him. Tobias, hello. Looks like Goetze a bit. Right, boys, welcome back to Season 3, and the 6-foot green-eyed beast, he's done it again. Big Robbo 14, 3 seasons in with Stuttgart, has won the Bundesliga. We finish on at 71 points, top of the league. We actually win the league by 3 goal difference to Bayern Munich, which, a game I want to point out here is we beat Bayern Munich in, I think, the 3rd to last game of the season. Yeah, we beat them 4-0. So without this win and without that amount of goals scored, we would not have won the league. What a performance from us. Unfortunately, though, this season, we did bottle it in the DFB Pokal final. We lost 2-1 to Frankfurt in extra time. As you can see from the final, we got a red card 23 minutes in, and even despite that, we actually still managed to go 1-0 up. And if you look at the stats, we still actually played all right. I reckon if we've got 11 men on the pitch for the full 90 minutes, we win this game. But you win some, you lose some. Look, we won the Bundesliga. And don't even get me started on the Champions League, by the way. We went out in the league phase again. We won 1 game and lost 7. We had a minus 13 goal difference. Rapid Vienna were higher than us in the... got me that one. Fuck off. We somehow finished 32nd in the league phase as well. We had an absolute nightmare. Yeah, terrible season in the Champions League, but we won the Bundesliga. I'm not bothered. Goals and assists-wise, Francolino had a great season. 27 goals. I'm going to guess majority in the Bundesliga, considering how bad we did in the Champions League. Alisson, the new signing, got 10 goals and 6 assists. Jamie Llewellyn as well, got 7 goals and 13 assists. I definitely just said his name right. Noah Darvic contributed off the bench. To be fair, across the squad, there's not even that many goals. I don't know how we even managed to win the league, but we're going to stick with this tactic for season 4 as well. We're going to go make some big signings in the recruitment. We have got 55 million to spend. Let's go make some huge transfers and bring in some big players. I shouldn't even have read a fucking comment. Bayern Munich offer job interview. Ha! Is that where we're at now? Oh, get this in the YouTube video, by the way. This will be going in the YouTube video. This is what I mean, man. Fucking brilliant from me. I've been saying it this game. Right, boys, season 4 after winning the Bundesliga. Again, at this point of the rebuild, we just have to strengthen starting 11 positions. Let me show you the new right-hand side that we've brought in. First off, we brought in Liberale on the right wing. I've never heard of this guy in my life. I saw him on the player recommendations, and I thought, I need a right winger. You look pretty good. 17 dribbling, 16 passing, 17 vision. Techniques up there off the ball. He looks very, very good for 21 years old. He's already worth over 100 mil, apparently. And then the right back that we brought in was from Freiburg, Thiago Santos. He was £20 million. £20 million for a right back this good, which is incredible. I don't know how he managed to get to Freiburg, but he's with us now. Hopefully that right-hand side will be strengthened and will help us, like, in the Champions League and stuff, because we keep getting knocked out in the league phase. We also signed Tom Roth this season. Mittelstadt, the long-serving member of Stuttgart, the captain of the club, did leave to Madrid with a year left in his deal for 40 mil. So Tom Roth comes in at left back, cracking left back, 6'4", quick, good in the air. He's kind of perfect for how FM plays, so he's going to be great. We also brought in Nathan Dicker, obviously popular wonder kid this year, great midfielder. He's going to play DLP or even in the centre mid, getting forward on the centre mid role, or even as a playmaker. He can kind of do anything. 6'4", great player. And then finally, boys, we brought in a backup striker in Thomas Suarez. Francolino has kind of got similar stats. Obviously, he's better in some ways, but he's kind of a striker who can do everything. So he's going to come in up front if Francolino needs a rest. And again, boys, season 4 now, you know the drill. Bundesliga, Pokal, and the Champions League. Obviously, we've won the Bundesliga in season 3. If we can retain it, it would be amazing. I don't expect to, because with that Bayern team, Caicedo, Kane, Barcola, all these guys, Musiala. I would like to see us win the Pokal maybe this season, or in the last season, we got beaten the final in season 3 in extra time. So hopefully we can do well in that. And in the Champions League, we need to get out of that league phase. We finished 25th and 32nd in the league phase in 2 seasons, which is just mad. Let's simulate season 4 anyway, boys. Of course, like I said, we've won that Bundesliga, but there's still 2 trophies we are chasing. Let's see how we do. So boys, the end of season 4 is here and we finish second. We cannot retain the title in the Bundesliga. We come second to Bayern Munich, 1 loss all season for them. They scored more goals than us, they conceded less. They were deserved champions, 1 loss all season. But it is not all doom and gloom. We win the DFB Pokal 1-0 in the final where we defeat Freiburg. In the semi-final, we actually had Bayern Munich who we defeat 2-1 away from home. That's a massive result. The 1-0 win against Freiburg as well was thoroughly deserved. I mean, we absolutely tated them. And then I thought I'd show you that away game as well against Bayern Munich. Pretty much end-to-end equal shots. We had slightly more XG, but Francolino with a double. In the first team for the goals and assists, Francolino again with a 20-plus goal season, 29 this season. Liberale, the new right winger, 13 and 12. Noah Davic, 10 and 5. Manzambi, 10 and 11. Allison, 10 and 12. A lot more contributors to the goals and assists this season than we're normally used to. Bit of an update on a few players as well. That's Manzambi. There's his development. He's looking very, very solid as that all-round box-to-box type midfielder. We've got Nathan Decato as well, who played 38 games this year. Not developed too much, but did well in his game. 6.9 average rating. Suarez off the bench as well, the striker, getting 7. We've got Tom Roth as well, who was a season 4 signing, 10 assists from left-back. We've got Finn Jelch still at centre-back now, getting to one of the best centre-backs in the world, probably, if not the Bundesliga. This was also a signing we made in season 3, and I forgot to show Loic Baid. He's playing at the back now. So the team now, as I'm obviously showing, is getting to a point where we've got a lot of really good players. In the final season, we've got 45 million to spend, a 62 grand wage budget. Let's bring in one big final player and let's see what we can do. Right, boys, welcome back to Season 5. There's only been one transfer in this final window. The team's in a great place. I didn't want to overdo it, and I found an amazing regen. The regen in question, Philippe Faury, a French striker, amazing physicals. Mentals are looking good. 17 first touch, 15 technique. The dribbling's there. He's 5'9". He's slightly bow-footed. He's got great potential on the game. He could be amazing. He could play up front. He could play on the right wing. He's going to be the one and only signing for this season. And then finally, boys, for Season 5, we ain't changing the tactic. We're sticking with what's won us a Bundesliga and a DFB Pokal. I do believe it can do well. I think we're just getting unlucky in games. Last season in the Champions League, we went out to Marseille. We're going to simulate Season 5 now with this final team. If I quick pick the best 11 for the team, this will kind of give you an idea of where we're at the end of the rebuild. Ignore that left centre-back. There'd be someone else in there. Finally, boys, if we were to quick pick our last best 11, ignore a few of the players. Baid would be in at left centre-back instead of Mac. I think he's like unavailable or something. He'd be in that left centre-back there. We'd have Kabarashvili at left-back or Tom Roth, Santos, Libale, the new regen goals up front, but I think in-game Francolino would go into that position. We've built a very good team. Let's see what they can do in the final season. Right, boys, welcome back to the end of the rebuild. Season 5 is complete. Of course, this is the point. If you want to, you can take over on the Patreon and carry on this Stuttgart save in 2030. But it is actually the worst league finish of the entire rebuild. I mean, looking at it there, in the last 5 games, we lost 3 games. So out of our 8 losses, 3 were in the last 5. And we've also drew 11 games in the league. We're clearly just not scoring enough goals. I mean, we've only conceded 40 there, which I don't think is too bad in 34 games, but only scoring 52 is terrible. Not enough attack from maybe the midfield, or maybe the wingers this season weren't great. But some great news is we did manage to retain a DFB Pokal. We have won the DFB Pokal final. That qualifies us for the Europa League, I'm pretty sure. 6th in the league in the Bundesliga gets you into the conference, so I'm hoping that puts us into Europa. I'm pretty sure it will. It is the League Cup. We played Frankfurt in the final and won 2-0. Francolino, who's been here since day 1, and Manzambi with the goals, and the new regen Fari getting an assist. And if we actually look at said regen Fari, of course, who we signed in Season 5, there's been some development and he looks very excited. A 19-year-old striker. He could turn into one of the best wingers / strikers on the game. If you boys take over the save, you've got a player on your hands. As you can see, though, from the competitions tab, we were knocked out in the round of 16 by Barcelona in the Champions League. We were knocked out 3-1 on aggregate. Something in this rebuild that has been disappointing is the performance in Europe. I don't know how it has been so poor. I mean, if you look at some of the teams that are in here, you know, you have got your Barcelonas, Madrids, you know, these big teams, but I think one year we went out to Marseille, which is just not good enough. Just couldn't get over the line, couldn't get past the round of 16 in Europe. You know, a quarter-final would have been nice, a semi-final, but is what it is. If we look at the goals and assists for the season, it doesn't actually look too bad. Francolino getting over 20 goals again, but only 21, so not the best from him. Manzambi probably had the best season in a Stuttgart shirt, getting 16 goals and 10 assists. Of course, Faury, the new regen, doing well in only 20 games. It looks like he might have had an injury at some point. But I'm just going to hover through and go through some of the players that we signed. Of course, there was a lot of players that we brought in this rebuild, a lot of young talent, a lot of different players as well that I hadn't used before, which was quite fun. But I think if you look at the team's ability and what we've obviously brought in since the start of the rebuild, Dennis Seaman there quickly as well, didn't show him. He's now a 4-star goalkeeper, obviously been here since season 1, locked in from season 2. I'm very happy with the team we've actually built. There's a lot of very, very good players in there. There's a lot of new wonder kids like Allison, I have never used before, Liberale, never used before, Shea Charles, Manzambi. So it's quite a fun rebuild to experiment with some new wonder kids. We did win a Bundesliga title in the 5 years, which I am happy with. 2 DFB Pokals, not bad really for Stuttgart. 3 trophies in 5 seasons, considering as well we were in Champions League every year, which isn't going to be easy to win. Maybe if we were in that Europa League or that Conference League for 1 season, we might have had a European trophy, but who knows. But anyway, boys, that is going to be the end of the rebuild. If you've watched to this point, thank you so much. Please like and subscribe. And of course, if you want to carry on this rebuild or use any of the tactics you've seen in today's video, the Bundesliga winning tactic, for example, that will be on the Patreon. The Patreon post will be posted when this video releases, tactic and save file. Thank you so much for watching. This was very, very fun to film. I hope you guys enjoyed as well watching at home, and I'll see you on the next video, boys. Rise, FMers.